So this is the next module, virtual work. What is the work? We very well know work is product of force and displacement in the direction of force. This is also the vector quantity and this is also the vector quantity. The most important thing is this: work is the product of the force and displacement in the direction of the force. So W will be F into ds, and ds is the displacement in the direction of the force. So suppose this is the one example. This is the block and one force is applied at theta degree, and the new position of the block will be, suppose this is the new position, and the total displacement, suppose this is ds after the force, right? So what is the work? So the work will be, and suppose there is a friction also, mu is not zero, means this is the rough surface, so there is a friction force also. So if there is a friction force, we know the friction will apply in opposite direction. This is the friction force. Now the total work done by the force will be, so the work done by all the forces will be, the first is suppose W1 will be force and the displacement in the direction of the force. The displacement should be in the direction of the force. So what we will do, we can resolve this. So this will be F cos theta, and this will be F sin theta. So W1 work by this force is F cos theta into, this is the displacement, and this is the direction of the force, and this is the direction of the displacement, so it will be positive ds. So this is the positive work, but in this system there is a negative work also due to the friction. Suppose that is W2. So this is the second force. So this is the force in this direction, and we know the displacement is in opposite direction. So the work will be positive if force and displacement in same direction. If these are in opposite direction, then the work will be negative. So this is negative work. F is a friction force and minus ds, and you can find out the F, that is mu n. N is the normal reaction. So the total work or net work will be W equals to W1 plus W2. W1 is F cos theta into ds, and it is negative, so this is F into ds. This is the net work, W net. Work will be positive if the direction of the force and displacement in the same direction. This is the positive work. And if the force and displacement in opposite direction, then the work will be negative. So the friction force is only the force which give the negative work. If system is smooth, means mu will be 0. So in that condition the net work will be F cos theta into ds. Okay, so this is the work you already studied. And now what is the work, what is the virtual work? So the virtual work is, suppose this is the system, this is the block, and this is in equilibrium. Okay, and suppose we applied a force F, and this block is still in equilibrium. So if this is in equilibrium, there is no displacement, means there is no work. But in the concept of virtual work, what we do, we imagine that the block will displaced with some small displacement. We imagine that this block will displaced by some small distance. This is very small actually. I just magnified it. This is very small, and this small displacement is delta S. Okay, ds we used for a large displacement. If we use the delta, means that is very small. So if we imagine there is a displacement, because we imagine that there is a displacement, in actual there is no displacement. But if we imagine, means there is a force and there is a displacement, so there will be a work. So the product of force and this imaginary displacement is known as the imaginary work, and that imaginary work is also known as the virtual work. In actual there is no work, we just assume there is a small displacement. Because we assume or we imagine there is a displacement, so the work will also the imaginary work. So the work will be, that is imaginary work, and this is W into del S, and this work is known as virtual work, and this displacement is known as virtual displacement. So there is only the one force, maybe there are number of forces, and but the system is still in equilibrium. So what we do all the summation of all the virtual work, like this. We do all summation of all the virtual work, and we got the net virtual work. But we know the one thing, that is in actual this system is in equilibrium. We just imagine this. So if this is in originally this is in equilibrium, we find out the virtual work. So the summation of all the virtual will be 0 if the system is in equilibrium. If the system is in equilibrium, then sum of all the virtual work must be 0. So for the equilibrium condition, the virtual work will be 0. So this is the another condition if the system is in equilibrium. Earlier we know the only these equations, sigma of fx equals to 0, sigma of fy equals to 0, and the momentum about a point equals to 0. These are the conditions of equilibrium. So we got the new condition of equilibrium. If the system is in equilibrium, then the summation of all the virtual work will be equals to 0. In this condition, we assume that the mu will be 0. The plane is smooth. If we consider the mu is not equal to 0, then this will also add in this, like this. So friction always gives the negative work. In 90% case, given that there is no friction, so that's why I did not write here. If the friction is given, then we will add in the equation the work done or work lost due to friction. So the virtual work delta W can be write as force into virtual displacement in the case if the system is expressed by number of forces. So this will be the summation, and also if the system is experienced number of moment, so this will be m into delta theta, summation of the product of moment and the angle of rotation or virtual angular displacement. What is the sign convention? So this is the important point. And the work will be positive if force and displacement are in same direction. Otherwise means if the force and displacement are in opposite direction, then the work will be negative. Like suppose this is the, you already know, I saw in the case of friction, this is the F1, this is the F2, and we assume that it will displace to this side. So this is delta S. So the summation of virtual work will be F1, this is in this direction, and displacement in this direction, so ds. This will be positive, both are in same direction, and this will be negative because the direction of the force F2 in this direction and the displacement we assume in this direction. This is again the imaginary displacement, the system is in equilibrium, so F2 into delta S. So this will be the negative work. So there are some terminology which are used in the virtual work, and the first thing is the degree of freedom. Basically, in the simple language, the degree of freedom, by the degree of freedom we know that we can displace the system in which direction. It gives the suitable direction in which the system we can displace. We cannot assume the delta S in any direction. So there are some restrictions. So the degree of freedom is the number of parameters required to specify the position orientation of the system. For any system, number of parameters we required to specify the position. This is the suppose simple pendulum. And at any time, suppose this is the position of this pendulum. How many parameters we required this position? We required only one parameter, that is theta. If anyone tell you that the theta is 30 degree, so you can directly say that this is the position of this pendulum. So in this case, degree of freedom will be 1. You required only one parameter. And in the case of suppose this is the truss, this is the one member and this is the second member, these are the roller support. Okay, this is the roller support, this is the pin joint. So this is the pin joint, this is the roller support. So you can move this displaced in this direction or this direction. This is the same direction, either positive or negative, only x direction. So the degree of freedom for this is also 1. Like this, you can only rotate this, you cannot move this into this direction. And the next term is the constraints. This is just opposite to the degree of freedom. Restriction on the movement of the system. For in this example, again the simple pendulum, so there is a one restriction, we cannot move, we cannot display this into this direction. So this is the constraint for this system, or the force in this direction is known as the constraint force. So this is the restriction on the system, we cannot displace it into this direction because of this constraint. Like this block, so there is a one normal reaction and we can displace into this direction, so we cannot move into this direction. So this is the constraint, and this force is known as the constraint force. This is the force in this direction, and we cannot displace, we cannot assume the displacement into this direction. So because the work is the product of the force and the displacement, so the work done by the constraint will be 0. Now we can conclude that constraint reduce the degree of freedom of a system. Yes, so in this system, this is the constraint. We cannot move this into this direction due to this constraint, so it reduces the degree of freedom. We can move this in this direction or in this direction. And the second one is constraint usually do not perform any work on the system. Yes, we can see that this is the constraint. We cannot move the block into downward direction, so there is no displacement. If there is no displacement in y direction, so there is no work in y direction, and this constraint force is in y direction, so the constraint usually do not perform any work on the system. And the third one is the friction is only constraint force which perform a work. So first you should know how the friction is constrained. We know constraint block the motion like this. Let's assume this is the rough plane and this is the block on this plane. So you can see definitely it is in equilibrium. Okay, if I applied a little force in this direction, but this block is not moving. Why it is not moving? Because there is a one force which restrict the motion, that is friction, and that is in opposite direction. So friction restrict the motion, so definitely that is the constraint, that this is in equilibrium. Now I am going to apply a virtual work concept. Okay, so this is in equilibrium, so I assume a small displacement of this block in this direction, that is del S. So suppose that is del S, so I assume a small displacement in this direction, that is del S. So now I am going to find out the all virtual works. So first is the weight of the block mg in downward direction, and there is a normal reaction in upward direction, and there is a one friction force in this direction. This is the friction force, will always in opposite direction. So there are three forces. So what are the virtual work? There is no displacement in y direction, so the work done by the mg and normal reaction n will be the 0. This is the second point. Constraint usually do not perform the work on the system. Okay, there is only the displacement in x direction, and there is only the one force, that is friction force. This is also in the x direction. So force and displacement both are in opposite direction, so the work done by the friction is negative. So the friction is only the constraint force which perform work, that is negative. So what are the steps to solve the virtual work problem? Okay, this is the one numerical given. There are two links. Suppose this is the one link, this is the second link, and there is a pin joint, and this link is hinged at this point, and this link is connected to the slider with the slider. Okay, the system is like this. This is the hinge point and this is connected to the slider, means this slider can move. And to maintain this system in equilibrium, this is everything is given in the question. I did not write the question here, so I'm explaining you what is the problem. So these are the two links. So the one force is applied at the top, that is P, and the one force is applied at this slider there is a one slider, suppose that is q. So by these two forces the system is in equilibrium, that is given, the system is in equilibrium, and the friction between this slider and this is not given, means they assume that this is the smooth plane, so there is no friction. And one thing is given, the weight of these links or bars is not considered, means we consider that this is weightless, massless. Okay, so we have to find out the relationship between, and this theta is given, the position at which this is in equilibrium, that theta is given. Okay, there is no connection between this and this. Okay, these are the dotted line only. So the question is that we have to find out the relationship between these force and this theta. Okay, so एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन में कोई भी वेरिएशन आ सकता है, मे बी दिस फोर्स इज गिवन, दिस थीटा इज गिवन, एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट दिस क्यू. ओके, सो दिस इज द जनरलाइज्ड कंडीशन दैट इज गिवन, बट इन एग्जाम देर मे बी अ डिफरेंट वेरिएशंस. ओके, इस स्लाइडर की जगह पे हो सकता है इस लिंक के साथ में रोलर दिया हो, तभी भी एक ही बात है, ये स्लाइडर भी मूव कर सकता है एंड दिस रोलर कैन ऑल्सो मूव. ओके, सो डोंट बी कन्फ्यूज. सो इस क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से देखो, और इससे बाकी तुम्हारा वर्चुअल वर्क के जो भी डाउट्स होंगे वो इसी क्वेश्चन से सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. ओके, क्वेश्चन से ही ये अच्छे तरह से समझ में आएगा ये टॉपिक वर्चुअल वर्क. ओके, सो देर आर सम स्टेप्स टू सॉल्व द वर्चुअल वर्क प्रॉब्लम. सबसे पहले क्या करना है, इमेजिन अ वर्चुअल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ अ सिस्टम. ओके, एक वर्चुअल डिस्प्लेसमेंट हमको एज्यूम करना है, यही वर्चुअल वर्क का कॉन्सेप्ट है. देन कैलकुलेट द वर्चुअल वर्क डन बाय द एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस. व्हाई ओनली द एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस? बिकॉज द कंस्ट्रेंट फोर्स डज नॉट परफॉर्म एनी वर्क. पहले ही हमने देख लिया कंस्ट्रेंट फोर्स से कोई वर्क नहीं होगा. देन फॉर इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन, बिकॉज ऑलरेडी द सिस्टम इज इन इक्विलिब्रियम, हमने सिर्फ एज्यूम किया है, जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट हमने सिर्फ एज्यूम किया है. तो जब एज्यूम किया है, इमेजिन करके ही फाइंड आउट किया है, तो वो इमेजिनरी है सब. तो क्योंकि सिस्टम इक्विलिब्रियम में है, तो समेशन ऑफ ऑल द वर्चुअल वर्क विल बी द जीरो होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज़ द कंडीशन ऑफ द इक्विलिब्रियम. ओके, सो इस क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से समझ लो. ओके, तो फर्स्ट वी हैव टू गिव द डिस्प्लेसमेंट टू दिस सिस्टम. So in which direction you can move, you can give the displacement either in this direction or in this direction. Okay, suppose हम assume करते हैं कि a small delta s displacement is in this direction. Okay, so स्लाइडर का जो पोजीशन है कुछ ऐसा होगा आफ्टर द डिस्प्लेसमेंट. अगर ये स्लाइडर यहाँ पे जाएगा, इफ़ दिस स्लाइडर यहाँ पे जाएगा, ये तो ऑलरेडी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड है यहाँ पे, इट कैन नॉट मूव इन एनी डायरेक्शन. ओके, दिस इज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड और दैट इज पिन जॉइंट ऑन दिस. इफ वी डिस्प्लेस इनटू दिस डायरेक्शन, सो इट विल मूव लाइक दैट. सो द फाइनल पोजिशन विल बी समथिंग लाइक दैट. This will be the final position. Okay, so this is the final position of the slider. We displaced, we give the virtual displacement of this slider into this direction. So first of all, assume this is the origin and this is the x for original condition. This is the original condition, this is the x, and we displaced it by a virtual displacement, suppose that is delta x. Okay, because this is x direction, so we assume that is delta x. This is the virtual displacement in x direction. Okay, so this is the displacement for this point, b point, but यहाँ पे क्या है, a point भी डिस्प्लेस हुआ है, इस point को सिर्फ हमने डिस्प्लेस किया, बट इसको डिस्प्लेस होने की वजह से ये a point भी तो अपना न्यू पोजीशन पे आ गया है, ये भी तो डिस्प्लेस हुआ है. तो there is another one displacement. This is also the virtual displacement. Okay, अगर इसको हम assume करते हैं that is y, okay, that is the initial one, that is y, so this will be delta y. Okay, and the length of these bars are given, the length of these two bars are same, L and L. Okay, if both the length are same, then this is theta, this is also the theta. Okay, now we have to find out the virtual work. Okay, there are 3 steps to solve the first. Find out the virtual work by the all the external forces. Means in this system there are only 2 forces which are external force, that is Q and P. This system is a frictionless system because the value of mu in the question is not given. So the delta W will be the first force is, that is Q, force into displacement, and this is the force in this direction and this is the displacement in this direction. So both are opposite, so this is the negative force. So minus Q into delta X, and the next force is P. So the P, force into displacement in the direction of force. This is the force and the displacement in the direction of force is delta Y. So force in this direction and this point is displaced also in the same direction. Okay, initial position is this, final position is this, so this is in same direction, so this will be the positive. So this is delta Y, this is the total virtual work. You can ask the one question, why you are not consider the reactions, why you are not consider the work done by the reactions. Okay, आप यहाँ पे एज्यूम कर सकते हो कि ठीक है हम वर्क डन फाइंड आउट करना चाहते हैं रिएक्शन से भी. सो दिस इज़ द हिंज सपोर्ट, तो यहाँ पे 2 रिएक्शन होंगे, वर्टिकल रिएक्शन, हॉरिजॉन्टल रिएक्शन. तो व्हाट इज़ द वर्क डन, व्हाट इज़ द वर्चुअल वर्क, फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट. बट इस पॉइंट पे कोई भी डिस्प्लेसमेंट नहीं है, ना तो वाई डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट है ना ही एक्स डायरेक्शन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट है इस पॉइंट का. सो द इस पे जो भी फोर्सेस हैं इस पॉइंट पे इन वाई डायरेक्शन और एक्स डायरेक्शन, these are not responsible for any work. ओके, अगर आप कंसिडर करते हो तो भी यहाँ पे इक्वेशन में वर्क नहीं आएगा. ओके, ऐसे ही यहाँ पे क्या है, यहाँ पे एक ही रिएक्शन होगा वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन में, बट यहाँ पे वर्टिकल डायरेक्शन में कोई डिस्प्लेसमेंट ही नहीं है. डिस्प्लेसमेंट कहाँ पे है, सिर्फ एक्स डायरेक्शन में. ओके, तो ऑलरेडी हम फाइंड आउट भी कर चुके हैं कि वर्क डन बाय द कंस्ट्रेंट कंसिडर टू बी अ जीरो. ऐसे ही जो इंटरनल फोर्सेस हैं उससे भी हमको कोई वर्क नहीं मिलेगा. ओके, सिर्फ एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस से हमको वर्क फाइंड आउट करना है. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द इक्वेशन वी गॉट. नाउ वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट द डेल्टा एक्स एंड डेल्टा वाई, बिकॉज ये सिर्फ हमने एक एज्यूम किया है डेल्टा एक्स एंड डेल्टा वाई. तो हमको एक रिलेशन फाइंड आउट करना है, द वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करना है डेल्टा एक्स और डेल्टा वाई का. ओके, सो जो इनिशियल डायग्राम है, ओके, उससे हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं वाई. व्हाट इज़ द वाई? If this is theta, initial condition, for initial condition this is theta for point A, y equals to L, and that is sin theta. Okay, now we can find out the del y, differentiate L cos theta into del theta. This is the partial differentiation. Okay, this is the equation number 2 for point B. So for point B we have to find out the x. So this is the x, so this must be the x by 2. So the x by 2 will be equals to L into cos थीटा. ओके, इनिशियल जो डायग्राम है वहीं से हम लोग फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं, अभी इसको कंसिडर मत करो आप. ठीक है, सिर्फ इनिशियल जो डायग्राम है वहाँ से रिलेशन फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं डेल्टा एक्स और डेल्टा वाई का. सो द एक्स विल बी 2L cos थीटा एंड डेल्टा एक्स डिफ्रेंशिएट करो 2l माइनस साइन थीटा इंटू डेल थीटा. So the delta x will be minus 2l sin theta into del theta. Okay. And the most important thing is that अभी हम लोग यहाँ पे सिर्फ ये डिस्टेंस फाइंड आउट कर रहे हैं. ओके, दिस डिस्टेंस एंड दिस डिस्टेंस, पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव उसका डायरेक्शन का कोई इफेक्ट नहीं है. जब भी आप डेल्टा एक्स और डेल्टा वाई किसी भी क्वेश्चन में फाइंड आउट करते हो तो वहाँ पे हमको नेगेटिव साइन को कंसिडर नहीं करना है. ऑलवेज हमको पॉजिटिव साइन, सिर्फ मैग्नीट्यूड हमको कंसिडर करना है. सो द डेल्टा एक्स विल बी 2l साइन इंटू डेल्टा थीटा. दिस इज इक्वेशन नंबर 3. ओके, जो साइन है इसको नेग्लेक्ट हम कर सकते हैं. सिर्फ हमको डिस्टेंस फाइंड आउट करना है, मैग्नीट्यूड, कि ये पॉइंट, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी हमने डायरेक्शन हमें पता है, ये डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में है. ओके, ये इस डायरेक्शन में है. सो उसका इफेक्ट यहाँ पे कुछ भी नहीं होगा. ये फाइनल इस इक्वेशन में ऑलरेडी हमने साइंस को कंसिडर कर लिया है. सो नाउ पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा एक्स एंड डेल्टा वाई in equation number 1. Okay, so the minus q delta x, so सिर्फ हमको मैग्नीट्यूड लेना है. so delta x will be 2l sin theta into sin theta into delta theta and plus p into delta y. Delta y is l cos theta into delta theta, and this is net virtual work. This is net virtual work for equilibrium condition. Delta w net will be 0. So q 2l sin theta into delta theta minus plus pl cos theta into delta theta 0. So the equation will be 2q sin theta l into delta theta will be common plus p cos theta equals to 0. Okay, so by this equation 2, this is minus q sin theta plus p cos theta equals to 0. p by q to tan theta. ओके, सो दिस इज़ द रिलेशनशिप. एग्ज़ाम में अगर क्वेश्चन आता है, दिस इज़ द जनरलाइज्ड क्वेश्चन. सो मे बी एग्ज़ाम में गिवन हो आपको एनी पैरामीटर, आपको दूसरा पैरामीटर फाइंड आउट करना है, तो आपको इसी तरह फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. डायरेक्टली आप आंसर फाइंड आउट नहीं कर सकते फॉर द कन्वेंशनल क्वेश्चन इन द एग्ज़ाम, बिकॉज अगर ऑब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चन है तो देन ओके यू कैन फाइंड आउट डायरेक्टली.